This was especially true when my mother was sick and I had to farm as well. So water, water, water was all I could think about. Sometimes I felt like I was living in a remote part of Africa. I even doubted if I was living in South Korea. When we face a serious problem and it persists or worsens, we easily become prisoners of that problem. The situation I was in made me a prisoner of water. And there is a person in the Bible who was in a similar situation to mine. However, he reacted differently. Like me, he was in a situation without water, but he did not seek water. He lived in the wilderness like me and had far more family members and friends to take care of than I did. Yet he did not seek water. Let us find comfort and hope in a world troubled by many problems through his faith. Let's look at Psalm chapter 63 together. Psalm chapter 63. Who wrote Psalm chapter 63? It was David. Psalm 63 is the prayer of David. What is the background of Psalm chapter 63? You can find it in verse 1. I'm reading from New King James Version. O God, you are my God. Early will I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh longs for you. In a dry and thirsty land, where there is no water. Where was David when he offered this prayer? The Bible says, in a dry and thirsty land where there is no water. David was in the wilderness of Judah. Why was he in the wilderness, a place without water and in need? Shouldn't he have been resting comfortably at home? Shouldn't he have been tending to his sheep, or doing some great work for the kingdom, or fighting against their enemy as a great general? We know the reason very well. Israel's first king Saul once faithfully followed the Lord, but now walked in opposite direction. He saw that the people liked David more than him. When David returned victorious from the battles, out of jealousy and fear that David might become king, he tried to kill him by any means necessary. The entire nation was pursuing David. So David fled to the wilderness, which was a thirsty land without water. There was surely not enough food either. The wilderness is cold at night and hot at noon. It is a sparsely populated place. Moreover, David was not alone. He had his family with him and over 400 people who were in difficult situations, in debt, were abandoned. They were with him. David had an immense burden as a leader. How does David begin his prayer in this situation? It says, "Oh my God, oh God, you are my God." David confesses, "You are my God, not our God." Is God my God? Not the God of my parents, not the God of my pastor. By confessing that God is my God, David teaches us that we can only win this spiritual battle through a personal experience of knowing the Lord every moment. When did David get up to offer this prayer? It says early in the morning. Based upon the original language, it should be understood as earnestly I seek you early in the morning. When do we get up early in the morning? When we are going on a trip or a special event, we get up early with both nervousness and excitement. When we have a big problem, we get up early because of worry. David should have been restless at night and gotten up early in the morning due to anxiety. But what does David do when he gets up early in the morning in a land without water? He does not seek water, but seek God. As a leader responsible for hundreds, it does not seek food.